Good morning. This is Dr. Michael Datcher, and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, this guy. Today, we're talking about courage and productivity, an absolutely essential aspect of heightened productivity. You have to have it. There's no cutting corners on this one, guys. You have got to be courageous as you pursue productivity, heightened levels of productivity, abundance. And by abundance, as a quick sidebar, we're talking about abundance in loving relationships, abundance in safety, abundance in health, abundance in material resources, meaning money, cash money, to put our kids through college and do other things that we want to do in this life. And courage is a fundamental aspect of that. There's no two ways about it. So thanks for being here. If you are new, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. We have a really innovative narrative-based project approach, which is to say that we know that everyone's life has told a story up to this point. Everyone's life is currently telling a story, and everyone's life will eventually, when it's all written, tell a story. And so we hope people think about their past, present, and the future story they want their life to tell, hopefully in an aspirational sense. So please go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. Also, if you are new, I should probably say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, which was a Today Show Book of the Month pick. That book's film rights were optioned by the actor Will Smith, whose people called My People, and I eventually agreed to write the screenplay for that particular project. I'm also the author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, which is set 13 miles from Ferguson. Of course, Michael Brown was murdered. The anniversary, so to speak, of that murder just happened. God bless that brother's mama, his family, his spirit, rest in power. I'm also the author of the spanking brand new, as of April this year. Americus came out in October of last year, so the last year. But in April, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literature just came out. That book looks at the intersection of literature and activism. Can works of literature, novels and plays primarily, inform us about best practices that can be applied to the real world? I'm arguing that yes, they can. Yes, they have to, because we need new solutions and new answers given what we're facing now. So that book's really powerful. I'm on the book tour for those last two books. I'll be all over the country. I'll be in New Mexico. I'll be in Vermont. I'll be in Kentucky. I'll be in Louisiana. I'll be in Seattle. I'll be back here in LA. I'll be in Oakland, Oaktown. I'll be all over the place. Look for me when you see me through social media on this tour. Hang out, reach out to me. Let's have some cognac or some chamomile tea. I'll do both of those things. I should also say I'm the board president of the World Stage, a literary and jazz venue here in California. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergraduate. I was just up in the Bay this past weekend seeing the Raiders do what they do, visiting my old school. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature is from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity when they hear about my crazy background. I am the product of a young girl who was violated at age 16 in a very difficult situation, gave birth to me at age 17, and subsequently gave me up for adoption to a single divorcee. So at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, you like me now. And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we are knowing that many of us who are watching the show can be similarly productive. And so that really inspires us, inspires the show. And it's why we do it. So thanks for being here. Let's dive in. So today, guys, we're talking about courage and productivity. And so point one is that you want to know just intellectually that it's almost impossible. Let's speak in the positive. You almost have got to definitely have courage to be hyper productive. I'm talking about hyper abundance with joy, love, a loving life, material resources for your family, friends, and relations, your community. Courage, you've got to know that's a part of it. That's a major building block. Just knowing that will help you to set the course for yourself. Although people have made great abundance at least in some aspect, meaning material money, resources, possibly, whatever it is. But it's very difficult to have great abundance, great uh, productivity without being courageous. Just want to know that intellectually. Point two is that you can actually work on your courage. I think people have the misconception that some people are just courageous. They're born that way, or they've had some situation that miraculously, like the Incredible Hulk, made them courageous, or like Spider-Man, they got bit by a radioactive spider. Whatever the case, something happened, and that thing made them super powerful. That may be true. I don't know. Maybe Spider-Man is real, but I also know what is true is that you can actually work on building your courage, and you do it by practically and incremental ways placing yourself in situations and doing things that are a challenge for you. You can't always do that. We're not saying be reckless. We're saying be smart, but push your edges, as they say in yoga. Right? You want to push your edges, and be in the habit of doing that. Of getting out of your comfort zone, making being out of your comfort zone a way of life. And then as you are in that process, and you have victory in that process, and even some of the defeats, which I've had many of, at least temporary defeats, that builds your courage. It just does. It transforms you, right? And you'll need that, which goes right into point three. As you begin to build your courage, as you place yourself in a systematic way into situations that you find difficult. It could be public speaking. Join a public speaking class. It could be doing a TED talk. Do a TED talk. I mean, get out there and do it, right? I mean, prepare so you don't fall and lose all your confidence. But yeah, take it seriously. Start a business. That'll test you. But you can build that confidence, build that courage, and then as you begin to, which goes right into point three, demonstrate and live that courage, and you're going to have more success because you're going to be in the game. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, and as things go your way through other principles that we can help you with. Oh, I see. I'm getting little notes here. You're going to attract people to you. So people are drawn to courage. I'm drawn to that. In my life, I've known some really courageous people who've inspired me to be courageous. I mean, I am who I am today because people in my life, they showed me how to do it. I feel like my boy D Black, who was the most courageous person I actually knew in my life. I probably haven't known. I mean, like really personally knew. Who was a friend. And just being around this dude, listen, it makes you want to just be more courageous when you're around very courageous people. It just leavens you. It's very powerful. So you're going to attract people with your courage who are going to help you do what needs to be done. And it takes individuals, it takes people to do what needs to be done to have that high level of abundance and success. So boom, goes dynamite. Thank you for listening. That's all for today's show. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Definitely look for me at on the book tour. Say what's up. Again, I'll be at the Kentucky Literary Festival, the Leimert Park Book Festival here on the 24th or 23rd, that Saturday in August, which is like really next Saturday after next. I'll be in Louisiana. I'll be in Seattle. I'm going to be a lot of places on these book tours. Look for me. Thanks for being here, guys. Go to productivethroughjoy.com. We love and respect you. We'll talk to you soon. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.